Welcome back to Seasons, a devotional that's based on my book by the same title. As I keep on telling you, you don't need to buy the book unless you would like to, and if you do, it's on Amazon. But today we're going to be continuing the same theme that we were discussing in the link up here, where I was talking about God knows the rest of our stories. And today we're going to be talking about the Master's touch. There is a condominium about 2 blocks away from me that the landscapers deserve a hearty apology from me. I played armchair gardener as I passed by there on my power chair one spring, summer, and early autumn because of one particular plant. It was low to the ground. It wasn't ground cover because it didn't spread out. There were no flowers, and it had huge, muddy, olive green leaves from spring until early autumn. That plant remained the same. It didn't change at all, and even the white little artistic stones placed around those plants did nothing to enhance that plant, at least in my mind. Dull, listless, and limp. I went past that condominium one day well into autumn. Most of the trees had dropped their leaves already. I knew I needed to take advantage of a relatively mild day because that early frost spoke that we'd probably have early snow. And so I navigated in my power chair to the local shopping center to stock up on items I needed. As I approached that condominium's flower bed, though, I was stopped in my tracks. That once nondescript, quite ugly in my mind, plant appeared to have been painted by a creative genius overnight. That dark olive green leafy surface served as a perfect canvas, enhancing each masterful brushstroke. Deep purples and browns and russes popped up against those leaves, and they were highlighted by the white rocks that lined the bed. Now, the landscaper's plan made total sense to me, and I muttered a word of apology under my breath to the unseen genius. Every year that I go past that condominium, those plants are still there. They're really hardy. And I have to be reminded of being presumptuous and being an armchair critic. I find it laughable that some people think Christianity is a strict and rigid religion. I find it absurd that my God would be considered as inflexible, disinterested, and stoic. Would a God with those attributes think of creating such a magnificent little plant? A non-believer might be forgiven for such a misunderstanding. After all, their eyes have not yet been opened to the truth. Examples of God's creativity leap from His Word. From the first chapter of Genesis to that last verse of Revelation, we are shown a God who is always creating. He specializes in transforming the mundane into the sublime. From dust he formed man. From water he made wine. He took our diseased and hardened hearts and made us into new creations. From death he brought life. With a God like this, why would we ever expect our lives to be predictable and dull? Even through seasons that appear colorless and drab, God is breathing and creating new life. If your day-to-day life seems to be pretty drab and mundane, and you're wondering if you're making any difference in the world, grow where God has planted you and trust Him that He will make all things beautiful in His time. Trust Him that He knows exactly the right moment when it's time for you to shine, and when He says shine, get ready to shine.